Hi, this is Mark Barton again, one of the directors of MC Rental, and this is Nick Thorne, the Fleet Maintenance Manager for MC Rental. And today we're going to talk about some of the legislative changes that are causing Nick a bit of an headache.
You could say that, Mark, yes.
So if we start with you're telling me that you've had loads and loads of calls to do with the recent legislative changes from DVSA regarding the brake tests and having loaded brake tests.
Yes.
Do you want to try and elaborate so our audience can actually have a better understanding?
Absolutely, Mark,
then
yes.
You can share your headache.
For sure, no problem. A problem shared is a problem halved, as they say. So, yeah, we have been receiving a lot of inquiries regarding this because it's been quite a sort of a hot potato for a little while. The government basically sent out a memo a little while ago with regard to some changes regarding loaded brake tests.
And that should have gone to all transport managers.
Yeah, well, what we did is it's a change to the guide to roadworthiness, which is available to everyone online. That's a public document. What we've done to try and add some clarity to the situation is that we sent a blast email out to all of our customers, transport managers, which hopefully will have been received by now. Just sort of setting out what our position is, or what the government's position is, and what our position is, so everyone's sort of singing from the same hymn sheet.
So can you elaborate on what our position is? Because obviously vehicles have gone out,
yes,
and they're on a contract that at the time was signed for regarding that legislation.
That's right, yeah. So, yeah, probably the best way for me to explain that is so what the government is expecting as of the 1st of April is that they will only accept a brake test if it is either a laden roller brake test,
which means loaded, by the way,
or the brake performance has been evaluated by an EBPMS, which is an electric brake monitoring system that's fitted to the lorries, which isn't that common these days, is it?
No.
To be honest. So what we're concentrating on is the roller brake test. Now, as we all know, every safety inspection, be it 6 weekly or 8 weekly, etc., for the customer's O licence, does have to have a form of a brake test. Now, in the past, that might have been in the form of a tachometer or a decelerometer, as they're otherwise known, or a roller brake test, etc., etc., which would be unladen or unloaded. What the government are now saying, the DVSA are now saying from April the 1st, is that they will only accept laden brake tests, and it has to be, they are expecting a minimum of four per year, okay, of laden. They still expect a brake test at a PMI, but 4 of which must be loaded.
And one of those 4, I have to say, will be naturally done at MOT.
That's right, Mark, yeah. So we've always covered a loaded brake test at MOT. The difference being now, and what you're saying, Mark, with regard to existing contracts, is that what we have to make our customers aware of is that we don't cover legislative, it's easy for me to say, law changes mid-contract.
No.
So effectively, it really is the customer's prerogative whether they opt to go for the extra 3 loaded brake tests, or in fact some customers opt to have it just carte blanche and they have it done at every visit. And that of course can be facilitated.
But there's an extra cost for that.
Right, and that's the important part. So what we need to make customers aware is that they are liable for these extra 3 laden roller brake tests, loaded roller brake tests, at the intervals selected. And then that can always be re-looked at when either a contract has come up for renewal, or in fact it is a new contract, when of course it's then would be prudent to build it in.
The 2 ways that we need to look at that is, you're more than welcome to pay for those additional brake tests yourself, and we have nothing to do with it. We'll still cover the brake test that's actually already included in the contract, or you can tell us the intervals that you require, minimum 4, and we can then recalculate and amend the contract.
That's right.
Okay, so that's the 2 options.
Yeah, now some customers will be sort of listening and they'll be thinking, well, I've already got it included, and that's absolutely fine. We do have some customers that have built in, quite often it will be every visit, and that's already built into their contract. Nothing will change for you guys. You will still receive the email, but some of the inquiries we're having is, well, hang on a minute, I've already got it included, but please don't worry if that is the case. And we will always be happy to clarify that. If you speak to your account manager, or in fact, drop me a line and I will be very happy to clarify that.
Yeah, that's good, that's great. Hopefully that's covered a few queries and you'll have less headaches.
Indeed, yes.